Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne are trapped on an alien planet and forced to come face to face with visions of their future. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Adventures of the Super Sons issue number 5 and find out for ourselves. Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we check on in with Joker Jr. He's the one who abandoned Superboy and Robin on the planet to try and save his own skin, and much like in the previous issue, he ends up getting blown up by his old friends on the gang. Yes, it would seem that Rex Luthor does not do well with rejection, and if he can't keep his toys, he'd rather just break them so no one can have them. Now, back with our two young heroes over at the House of Secret Mysteries, they seem to have come face to face with older versions of themselves. What's truly fascinating though about this meeting, and indeed this issue as a whole, is that it's these two older versions of Superboy and Robin that actually have narration duty, not the two boys. Now, as old Superboy says, when he was younger he always feared getting older, slowing down, changing physically, becoming a big edgy boy. Oh, no wait, sorry, that's just what's happening with the older Superboy over in the main Superman book right now. Which, at first I thought it was actually a giant coincidence, but now the more and more I think of it, these two stories hitting so close together, I have to raise an eyebrow and wonder to myself, if so, well played. Now, while John is ultimately kind of interested in talking to his older self, Robin couldn't care less. In fact, the older Damian is also pretty sour too. He's also rocking some side gray, which actually makes him look a lot like Raish. Damian, hothead that he is, tries to charge on ahead only to have to save his older self from falling into some sort of strange negative space. I'm more surprised young Damian isn't incensed that the older version of himself, real or fake, didn't become Batman. Then again, none of the other sidekicks kept the Robin identity, so it's fun to think he did. Eventually, our heroes come face to face with the owners of the House of Secret Mysteries, and it's two aliens who are modeled after Cain and Abel. These two might actually fight more than John and Damian do. What do they want? Well, to hook up fresh young bodies into their dream machine. Basically, the machine powers the entire house and sucks any host dry, but to keep them nice and passive, it's sure to shoot an image into their minds of their ideal futures. For John, it's falling in love, having a kid, and moving back to Hamilton County after taking up the mantle of Superman. Damian's is a little bit more interesting. Batman is gone. Damian is now the #1 hero in Gotham City, and he's decided to train an entire army of Robins to help fight crime. Now, both the boys are smart. They know none of this is real. They know it's all an elaborate illusion, but the funny part is they don't actually break themselves out of this situation. Their older counterparts do. And that's because even though they're illusions, they're idealized versions of how Superboy and Robin see themselves in the future. They're heroes, and heroes save the day and help those in need, even their younger selves. And yeah, that's basically the story there. John and Damian get sprung, the House of Secret Mysteries ends up falling away, and the two are still left stranded, even though they learned a little important lesson about themselves, and where they could possibly go in the future if they stay on the track they're on. And that's pretty much the issue, everyone. Adventures of the Super Sons issue number 5. It was pretty good. The story itself was a little all over the place, but I'm not going to be too harsh on it. If this is how Peter Tomasi wants to play around with Robin and Superboy, I say more power to him, especially with how they're being treated in the main continuity currently. Yeah, it's a little scattershot, it's a little all over the place, it has nothing to do with Rex Luthor, the gang, or any of the stuff set up in earlier arcs. It's a diversion, but it's a fun diversion. Ultimately, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. It's the Super Sons fix I'm looking for, and that's going to be harder and harder to come by once this series wraps up.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not take a look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a charitable mood, why not check out my Patreon page? Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. So, until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I will be continuing to make more comic book videos that smack of greatness. Bye-bye.